Saturday morning, kind of late, and I spent a few nights this week, as you can see, laying under the back of this truck, and I pretty much got all the air lines plumbed up. Maybe I'll even crawl under there and show you. Still a mess under here, wires dangling everywhere. I haven't hooked up yet, but there's the compressors. There's the valves for the front and the rear and all the lines. I got a little leak somewhere I gotta find, but I was able to test fire the rear anyway, and it looks like I've got 1/2 inch line feeding the valves and then going to 3/8 teed to the rear bags, and it goes up pretty quick, real quick. So I think that's all going to work okay. I tested the compressors, they work. Now I've got to do a bunch of wiring. I still got to finish my shock brackets and so on, but I'm getting very close to being able to put the engine in it. I was wanting to get all the plumbing done before I set the engine in it. But I got some cleanup to do here so I can get around again, and I'm going to work on that. I did go to the junkyard in the rain last weekend and got a brake booster out of a Blazer, I think, and that should work with my bracket for the master cylinder. I got a new master cylinder. I don't think I'll get to that today, but I gotta quit early. I've got to cook for a birthday party. Alright, I decided to work on my shock brackets. My plasma cutter was down when I was in the mood to do it the last time, but it's fixed now. So I went ahead and cut those out. And this is how they're going to look. I'm going to weld them on there like so after I drill a hole right there. And that will make my shocks work, because they're too short. Also, in a few videos ago I posted, there was a lot of people commenting that I should not lower the front end because when I put the motor in it, it will settle. And some people commented when I clean the junk out of the back, I don't know where they got that idea, junk in the back, that the back would raise. But that is wrong. It's incorrect. This is an airbag suspension. Right now the wheels are hanging, so the bag is extended and it's stopping against the shock. But when this thing sets flat, that bag, and no air in the bag, is fully compressed, it ain't going down no more. That's it, unless you shorten the mouth. Same thing in the back. There's no air in the bags. I could take the bed off and everything, and it ain't going up no more till I put air in the bag. Hope that clears that up. Alright, I got them cleaned up, ground down, and some holes drilled. And the hole is for the shock mount bolt. So let me clean everything else up and maybe we can do some welding. I do need to run down to the tire store. Little Miss did what was needed, so we can get our back wheels ready for this thing. I just need to go down to the tire store and have them switch tires. I do have a tire machine out there and I could do it, but I'm feeling lazy. And usually those boys do me right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, that's what it's gonna look like. I just gotta weld it up. But I'm gonna go to the tire store first. Alright, I got my shock brackets welded up. Guess they look alright. And I'm going to go ahead and, well, maybe I better paint them first, huh? Anyway, I'm going to need to get them installed. I think I'll paint them. Yep. Alright, we're laying under the truck, or at least I am. Kind of close quarters here, but there's my lower shock bracket installed. And then you'll notice it says up there. And then there's the upper shock bracket attached. I use 7/16 bolts instead of the supplied 3/8 because the holes in the bracket were at least 7/16, so I just drilled the upper cross member out a little bit so everything would fit tightly. I still need to put my little U-clip on the brake line as soon as I find it. And the shocks are mounted, and there's some air in the bags. Maybe in a minute I'll show you a test fire on the airbags. But first, we got to put some back wheels on, and then we'll show you that. It's quite a challenge getting these wheels on here. You have to run the suspension all the way up and let the air out of the tires. But we got that side on, and we're going to have to see how it looks when we run it through its motions. So let's get busy and we'll show you here in a minute. Alright, this is going to be going down. I've got those little valves on it to adjust the rate at which it goes down, and it looks like it's kind of slow. What do you think, Rose? Should it go faster?
I think it's good.
That's as low as she goes right there. The tires clear?
Yes.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
And now this is going to be going up. As high as it goes. What do you think?
I think it's really cool.
Alright. I'll show you a couple things as long as I'm under here. I gotta quit. I gotta go cook something. Ain't that something? I'll make somebody a good wife someday, won't I? We've got a fitting there so we can rig an air line and pump up a flat tire if she has a flat. That's where I've been putting shop air in it right now. I got a cool vintage drain valve so we can drain the tank. And of course I'm going to have to do better than alligator clips and a battery laying on the floor to operate stuff, but it'll come. I think I'm going to go ahead and set it down so I can see what it looks like. Alright, this is pretty low. Looks like we got plenty of, a little tight there. I can get my fingers between it. We might need to roll the body lip back just a little. It's a little close right there, but I think those tires will fit, and they are 31-10-5-15s. That's redneck, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Mud tires on the back on a lowrider. Alright, let's go cook something.